Hi, and welcome. I'm joined by 5 Eurovision fans ready to discuss one of this year's Eurovision entries. My name is Charlotte, and I'm from Denmark, and I'm your host today. Now, let's meet our panel of Eurovision fans before we start talking about the Russian entry.
Yeah, hi, my name's Michael. I'm from Scotland in the UK. Been a Eurovision fan for a long time, and I'd quite like Russia to win because I'd really like to visit Russia. The whole family kind of wants to go there, so let's see.
Hi, my name is Pawel. I'm originally from Poland, but I live in South Wales, and I've never been to Russia myself. I would love to go. Russia refused my visa application 3 times already for reasons unknown to me, maybe because of Ukrainian stamps in my passport. And so, yeah, I hate when politics comes to it. But when it comes to Eurovision, there is no politics, or there shouldn't be. Therefore, I am very excited to talk about the Russian entry this year.
Sara, and I am from Sweden. I've been following Eurovision since 1999. I've been to the contest 3 times, in Oslo 2010, Malmö 2013, and Stockholm, my hometown, in 2016.
Hello, my name is Vivienne. I was born in Ireland. Before coming to Australia when I was 10, I lived in Spain for a year, but don't know much Spanish, only hola.
Hello, my name is Alvaro. I am originally from Colombia, although I have lived in Finland for 7, almost 8 years. And I'm very glad to be sharing here my opinions on the Eurovision entries. Big disclaimer, usually my winners are not the actual winners.
I just want to add that I'm one of those who have been to Russia. I've been going to Eurovision every year from 2003 and up until Tel Aviv, which I then didn't get to go to. But we're here to talk about this year's entry from Russia. For quite a while, we didn't know whether or not the country would select Little Big again. In the end, they ended up hosting a little national final. Instead, they picked Manizha and the song Russian Woman. Despite the English title, the song is mainly in Russian with a little bit of English. Does this song work for you guys?
Yeah, it works for me. It's surprising. And I am not one of these fans that love Russian entries no matter what they send. Actually, I was quite not surprised with the most recent developments of Russia. I mean, maybe from 2014 to this date, until last year when they decided to do something different. And I'm glad that they continue this trend with Manizha.
Yes, I really like the song. I like how it starts off, that sort of doon, 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 and it's sort of like you think, oh, this looks interesting, and it's a little bit different, and gets into it, and then she takes her coat off, and I like the rap part. I'm not sure about the talking part when she says, "Don't be afraid, don't be afraid." It's kind of like, a bit over the top for me, and I really like the chorus when they're all singing la, 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 la. It's sort of like an ode to Mother Russia, and yet then I looked at the words for the English words, and I thought, when I'm watching it, I don't see any of that in the song. I see her like sort of complaining a bit, about a woman that's oppressed, I suppose. That's what it feels like, and she's breaking out and saying, we can do this. But I feel like it also is a bit of an ode to Mother Russia, Imperial Russia. I think of the Tsar. So I do like it, though. It's a bit different.
Agree. I like it as well. And I also like that it's something new from Russia that we haven't really heard before. It didn't feel authentic when we heard these songs about peace from Russia. This feels like the opposite way. for some reason. I did not expect to hear this kind of lyrics from Russia, actually. So I'm very happy that they're trying something new and sending something that isn't, streamlined for a top 10 position in the final. I think it's really cool, actually.
Oh, wow. First time when I've heard the song, I was a little bit like, not sure. And then very quickly grew on me, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's just, it's different, like agreeing with Sara. That was something different compared to what Russia was doing in recent years. And I do think it will be much to their advantage, and it will work. It will work for them. And she gets loads of the entry itself and the singer. She gets loads of hate in social media, but no, I don't understand when it comes to Russia. People, even Eurovision fans, takes to the political level, I think, in a way, and that should have been done like that. We had a big example of that in Vienna when half of the arena was booing when 12 points were coming for Russia. And I do agree with people saying that Russia was robbed in Vienna because 2016 contest should have been in Moscow. Sorry, Sara. But yeah, Russia, I love the song. Russia did something very different, and I can't wait to see them on stage. And Udachi, Rosia.
Following on from what Paul said about Russia in 2015, Paulina, that was indeed my favourite, but I'm going to be honest, I certainly wasn't booing it when it was getting 12 points, but I was actually kind of glad that Sweden won that year in the end, because it was kind of political at the time. Russia probably wasn't the best place to go that time, and of course we had a great time in Sweden, as we always do, because I love the place. But for this year, this is no Million Voices, which I absolutely loved, still in my top 20 of all time. And when Little Big, we didn't know if they were going to be there. I actually kind of like them as well. And so something happened that they aren't coming back in 2021. So they had the Russian final, and I wasn't impressed with it at all. I didn't like any of the songs that night. And I thought, oh, gee, well, at least that's another non-qualifier for Russia this year. However, as time's progressed, I actually quite like the record, and there's about 5 or 6 different songs in the entry, and a little bit of salt and pepper rapping in the middle. So now, when we first started doing these reviews of the songs, when we were saying something was going to qualify and something wasn't going to qualify, I had Russia as non-qualifier, which is why I sometimes said that some of the others were going to qualify, because I thought they were in their 9th, 10th place. So I'm really quite mixed with this song, because I do like it, and but it's nothing fabulous. I mean, it's not up as one of the best Russian entries, but it's certainly a little bit different. And I kind of also agree, the hatred that she's getting is appalling. I've actually just heard that she's not going to give any more interviews. This is just so unfair. I don't know where it's coming from or why this is happening, but again, it's a reasonable entry, and I certainly enjoy it.
This year there's unfortunately 2 acts which have been quite harsh treated by their own population, their own fans, and that's North Macedonia's Vasil and then Russia's Manizha. If we talk about the qualification, Michael was already saying a little bit about it. Russia has only failed to reach the final once. That was in 2018. Are we sure they will qualify this year?
Well, I honestly cannot say. I mean, if we're having to commit, will they qualify or not, I really do not know. I'd have to rethink I'd really have to look at that first semi-final again. I mean, usually it favours Russia. I know that when Julia was there, even people who didn't like the song thought it's still Russia, it's going to get to the final, but fortunately it didn't, because I mean she gave a terrible performance, and so I'm almost at the back of my head that Russia's one of these countries that qualify no matter what they send. So I know I'm going to break the rules and sort of say I'm mixed. I really don't know. If it does, I'm happy, and if it doesn't, I'm also okay. So it didn't. So I'm not going to say just now, because I really am not sure.
Pawel, are you more sure?
Oh yeah, I can't see Russia not qualifying this year. I think it's very different. It's just I think that kind of unexpected mix of different styles, different things on stage will catch people's eye, and they will vote for it, because as much as we fans vote for our favorite songs, most of the songs comes from people that just sit in the front of the TV and they watch Eurovision. They don't follow the contest like we do. So for that reason alone, oh yeah, we will definitely see Russia in the final.
Sara, are you just as confident?
Almost. I think it was a freak incident when they didn't go to the final in 2018. They deservedly missed the final. I did not like that song either, but I think it's safe to say that since as long as they send someone who can sing live, they're gonna go to the final. Probably not a top 10 position, but we really need this song in the final, I think. So I think they will go to the final.
I think it will get in. I've placed it 7th in the semi-final, and it's not in my top 10, but I think the song is growing on me more and more. So I often change my position with the songs, every day. I'll go, oh, I think I like this one better. So I don't know. It's sort of not quite in my top 10, maybe top 15, but sometimes these go up and down. So it depends on the live performance, really.
Russia is a powerhouse on Eurovision, and she has the right formula. I mean, it has this rapping that it could be a, I don't know, Missy Elliott song, but at the same time it has some traditional elements. As some of you mentioned, this could be a Soviet anthem. It's a strange yet very interesting combination, and also I think it plays on its favor the fact that people that love Russia in Eurovision are going to vote for this, and people that usually don't vote for Russia will also vote for this, having known all this story and how she has been mistreated and harassed by fans, even on her own country. And also that I have to mention that she has some controversial opinions on, for instance, minority rights, which is kudos to her. Yeah, it's a qualifier.
I'm pretty sure this will qualify. I would be very surprised if it doesn't. It was my favorite in the Russian selection, but I have to be honest and say it wasn't a very strong national final. I agree with with Michael. I think it was who pointed this out. The song isn't too bad. It's not among the worst this year. Absolutely not. She performs it quite good. But the song is nothing special either. I don't think it's a song I will choose to listen to after Eurovision, but for now, when it's on, yeah, I quite enjoy it. Using the Eurovision scale 0 to 8, 10, and 12 points, I will give Russia 4 points. How about you guys? How many points for Russia? If we start with Alvaro?
I will give Russia 8 points.
I'm going like 7, 8. I'm sort of like 7.5. I think I'll go a solid 7.
I agree. 7 points.
Rosja 8, Russia 8.
If we'd done this a week or so ago, I think I probably have only given it 3 or 4, but unlike a lot of the songs, it's actually grown on me every time I listen to it. And I don't know what that means when someone's going to see it for the first time, but I'm sure Russia will put on a special stage. So it's gone up to 7 with me now, and hopefully it'll stay around there.
If we then move on to what we can, what it is we want to see from Russia on stage, Michael, what do you want it to do?
Well, I just don't want it to be as bad as on the final and on the Russian final, and whether that was hurried. I mean, no one knows the truth. What happened there? It seemed really rushed, and it wasn't remarkable. There, it was just like, oh well, this is another Russia ain't going to final this year. But if it's colourful, stomps away. I mean, they've changed the lyrics so that there are more English lyrics in it. It does have a mix. It's on third, though, remember, and there's a lot of good ones in the first semi-final, in the second half. But yeah, I just expect colour from it and a powerful performance, and that should see it through.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Russia is, like Alvaro said earlier on, they like the powerhouse in Eurovision. So they will put on a great show on stage, and I would love the song to stay the way it is. I would even attempt to completely sing it all in Russian. Actually, it's that kind of song that we don't necessarily need to understand the lyrics. It's just something about it, and I'm pretty sure they will do all they can, and Russia is able to do a lot to put on a good show. So it's difficult to say. Loads of colors, different lights. I mean, myself, I like the way they did it in the Russian final, actually. But I guess it needs to be a little bit polished. So, well, I'm sure it will be a great surprise from Russia again.
I agree with Pawel. I think this song would lose its strength if it's too choreographed. I think it should just remain a strong, powerful, self-confident entry. But I also agree with Michael. I think it should be lots of colors. It should feel, I don't know, it should feel Russian, but not Eurovision Russian. It should feel more like I imagine Russia is, colorful. So yeah, not too much choreography, just make sure that whatever they do it with confidence.
I don't know what they can do, but when I'm watching the song, I just imagine, these giant Russian flags and parades and, going through and, statues of Stalin and Lenin. And so I don't know really what they can do to, as long as it's not too like a musical, not like Fiddler on the Roof, because I always associate that with that sort of music as well. And so I don't know if they should simplify it or, have lots of paradey type background. I don't know.
I think that they can take as a starting point the performance on the national final, and there's a lot of room for improvement. However, the only thing I'm afraid is that they do the usual Russia on Eurovision, like they go full extravaganza. No, I think they should keep it simple. Of course, they can improve it. There's a lot of room for that, but not to make it like too much.
Does anyone have something they would like to add regarding the Russian entry?
Yeah, I think that it's quite positive to see an act such as Manizha taking a stand on women's rights and minority rights. It's quite difficult, especially when you don't have the support from society in general. So it's good to hear this type of voices. And actually, Eurovision, although it's not political, it's the right platform to have this message.
I think in it, I think I want to see her hair, and you know, not that red suit, that you know, communist type thing. You know, so maybe she could do a sort of like a quick change, you know, from being an oppressed woman to, you know, a fighter or something. You know, turn around and whip off her red suit or orange suit. Not sure if it's orange is the new black or if it's red.
And with that, I would like to say thank you to our panel and to the viewers. We'll soon return with new panel members and the rest of the 2021 songs. Take care and don't forget to subscribe and follow Eurovisionary. Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.